Hello and welcome to another edition of Mailbag. What is Mailbag? Well, Mailbag is a feature of the channel where you guys leave lots of comments on the channel and I attempt to answer those comments, or if I can't answer those comments, I throw it out to you guys who have more knowledge on some of this stuff than I do. So let's get into the first mailbag of this session. Remember, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Go over to Instagram and follow me there. Go over to Facebook, follow me there. That's where the normal notices are. And consider becoming a Patreon. Next comment or question comes from Rainfeather in response to the death of the Kronos, a video I did in December 2021. And he writes, or she writes, I'm not sure making something better attuned to the desktop market justifies a new workstation. The more you lean towards that, rather than having it all to the software and computer itself, the more you take away actual functionality from the device in comparison to already workable and existing options. The majority of young artists are computer savvy, which is very true, money light, and can use software to produce most of what the Kronos can do with a plug-in controller. I'd lean the other way. If workstations continue to exist, they should be justifying themselves. Obviously, cooperation with other tools should be a given on the onboard tech device software. But if you move too far towards the PC that the Kronos almost was, you might as well forego the hardware and plug the MP Poly AT board straight into the PC. Now they are great views, and probably the views that many people express about the workstation. Personally, the workstation is all about, for me, it's all about inspiration. Sitting at the keys, playing with sounds, coming up with something. I can't imagine a song in a computer, but I can play a song into a computer, if that makes sense. The workstation provides me with that platform. What I would say is that they tried the PCI or the plug-in card route. That was originally what the whole Oasis concept was all about. It was a computer with a PCI card, and they then released the PCI card separately. You can get hold of the PCI card that you can plug into an older style PC. The problem, of course, is you can't get drivers for it now that will actually work with modern Windows software or modern Mac software. So, you know, from a hardware perspective, it's kind of a dead platform. So if you have an old style Windows XP machine, I suspect, might even be before that. I'm trying to think what the timelines would have been. Yeah, probably definitely XP. Could have been Windows. What was the desktop? The other personal version, was it Windows 95? No, it wouldn't be. Millennium, Windows 2000, wasn't it? Yeah. But trying to think back. So unless you can get drivers for those platforms, the reality is that it's kind of dead, and that's the problem. You know, if you put the hardware into a package like this, then, you know, as long as you keep the package serviceable, it will continue to work. The problem with computers is that the manufacturers keep wanting to update the computer. The computer market is moving far faster than the synth market in reality, and therefore manufacturers are updating the operating systems on computers, and what they do is they keep dropping support for legacy, which means at some point all of a sudden you lose the ability to use something you've been using on your computer for a number of years, not because that piece of technology is unsurfaceable anymore, because the PC manufacturer or vendor or the hardware vendor has decided they are no longer going to support that platform combination, which I think is wrong. I really do think that's wrong. I think that's a problem. but it is the way of the world, and it's something you have to bear in mind. I mean, I still have computers that run legacy operating systems purely for compatibility reasons. Next comment or question comes from LR. A new Fantom for a new year is the video he is responding to, one I did in March 2022. And he writes, I'm not sure how a company can for sure lack of MIDI saves money when even the cheapest crappy plastic keyboard can save money on it. Saving weight, just how much could a little MIDI circuit board cost? Saving development expense, unlikely as MIDI is such old tech. Feels like Mac did by not having an earphone jack. Just leave sour taste, and now the latest Mac M1 has studio has one. Okay, I see your point for less expensive travelling musician. However, there is so much choice now. I think they're either company or arrogant. They're either, as a company, are either arrogant or blind. Thanks for an interesting video. Well, thank you and welcome aboard. Because he also states that he's subscribed. Well, I admit that I got the MIDI bit a little bit wrong on the video. I said that in a previous response. As have many jumped on me through the DMs that I got it wrong. I'm sure you guys keep me honest when I do get things wrong. In fact, I know you do. So, but I really think at the moment there seems to be companies are definitely pumping product into this £1,000 to £1,500, more or less equivalent dollars market segment, and it's just got a little more interest with the arrival of the Fantom-O, I think. If you accept the build quality trade-off for the price compared with the original Fantom keyboard, which is the 2019 that everyone keeps telling me about, then you're getting a very functional platform for a fairly decent price, I think. I think it makes me look long and hard at the Korg proposition. Where Korg are pitching Nautilus, and have they got Nautilus wrong?